Hello, everyone. This is the most magnificent bird, Beak, speaking to you today. And in today's video, like I normally do once a week, I will be going over the calendar in this calendar review. And before we get started, I know this calendar review is a day late, but I wasn't really able to do it when I like to normally do it, so I had to do it about a day late. It's currently 15 minutes away from being midnight, so that would be, you guys will get this on Tuesday. At the time of this recording, it's still Monday, but yeah, it's pretty close to being Tuesday, so you guys will get this on Tuesday. I wasn't able to record it when I like to normally get to it, but I figured, this is the best time I can go ahead and get to it. And I hope all of you are doing good and staying safe out there. I'm doing alright, and I'm staying safe for the most part. And oh boy, do we have to talk about the WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view that happened this past Saturday. But we'll get to that after I go over the calendar. So I don't think we should waste any more time. I think we should go ahead and jump into the calendar, shall we? First up on the agenda is the Trash Mythic Battle Pass Season 23, and that started last Thursday, and that's still going to be continuing for about well more than a month until June the 22nd. Then we have the continuation of the Warfront Mayhem event. That's Cross-Region Wars and Blitz Wars. That started this past Friday, May 26th, and that's going to go until July the 2nd. So we still have a lot of time on that left to go. Then we have the Faction Level Up Tournament, which started yesterday on Monday, May 29th, and that's going to be until Thursday, June 1st. Then we have a Solo Level Up Tournament, which will be starting on Thursday, June 1st, and that's going to be until Sunday, June 4th. Then we have Faction Nightmare SR, which started yesterday on Monday, May 29th, and that's going to be until Thursday, June 1st. And so far, the only differences I can tell for the Faction Nightmare SR, the stages are longer. They go from 25 to 35, and the rewards are a little bit different. So far, that's the only differences right now for that. And to close out the week, we have the first cross-region war of the Warfront Mayhem event, and that will be starting on Friday, June 2nd, and that's going to be until Sunday, June 4th. So, now that we got all of the calendar info out of the way, two things I want to talk about. I said I'm going to talk about the WWE Night of Champions. We're going to talk about that, but first, I just wanted to give a little update on what I might or might not be posting this week. Sometime this week, I plan on uploading the next part for Dying Light 2, Part 12. I'm actually going to do that probably earlier than normal, because the cross-region war, the times it's changed up on us. So right there it says 11 a.m. PT, so that means my guess That's probably going to be about 3 or 4 p.m. in the afternoon, my time. That's what I'm assuming. That's going to be about 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Eastern time. So, that's going to be the reason, that's mainly going to be the reason that I'm going to work on and uploading the next Dying Light Part 2, Dying Light 2 Part 12. I'm going to upload that, I'm going to work on it either Tuesday or Thursday. I don't want to do it Friday, because if I do that, the upload is going to take hours, and I want to at least have a day or two ahead of it before CRW starts. That way I don't miss anything, because we got to get those javelin heads for the event. So I'm probably going to do that, honestly, for Dying Light 2, like for the next 4 or 5 weeks at least. I'm going to have it a little earlier, that way I don't miss on CRW or Blitz War. Now, let's talk about that WWE Night of Champions pay-per-view that happened not all that long ago. Okay, so there were a couple of matches I want to talk about. Not all of them, and I don't want to really go through them too much. Okay, the first match I want to talk about is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and that match was between AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. I heard both of them had a pretty good match, and the match ended with Seth Rollins winning the World Heavyweight Championship. Honestly, congratulations to you, Seth Rollins. It was well deserved. You've earned it. Honestly, you've been getting the short end of the stick for many years. So hopefully he'll have a pretty successful title run with that title on Monday Night Raw. Now, this other match I want to talk about. Here we go. Now, this one is going to kind of give me a headache, but not... I mean, it's going to give me a logical headache why they didn't do this earlier, but here we go. The WWE Raw Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Asuka. And you're never going to believe who won that match. It wasn't Bianca Belair. No. Asuka actually ended up winning the title. So, Asuka is the new Raw Women's Champion. Now, what I don't understand is, if they were going to do that, they could have done that at WrestleMania. Why now, all of a sudden? Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make logical sense, but you know what? Congratulations to you, Asuka. It should have happened at WrestleMania, but honestly, I'm glad it happened when it did. It should have happened at WrestleMania, but whatever. It doesn't make logical sense, but WWE rarely makes logical sense anymore. But yeah, congratulations to you, Asuka, for beating Bianca Belair. Now, another match I want to talk about. Let's see. Yeah, of course, Brock Lesnar, he beat Cody Rhodes. So obviously WWE, they really want to drag out the Brock Lesnar Cody Rhodes feud, probably all the way till SummerSlam, I imagine. And I could see Cody Rhodes getting that win back, because at WWE Backlash, Cody Rhodes beat Brock Lesnar, and then they had Brock Lesnar beat Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes passed out, and the referee just called the bell, declared Brock Lesnar the winner. Not much to say there. Now, time for the main event of that title of the pay-per-view, Night of Champions. The tag team titles were defended by Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens against Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns. Yes, the very same Roman Reigns who has the 2 world titles held hostage. I'm not gonna lie, I thought they were gonna give Roman Reigns the tag team belts so that way we could call them Roman 4 belts. I honestly thought it was going to happen, and to my surprise, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens ended up retaining the tag team titles after the Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso, accidentally cost Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns the match. Both of them super kicking Solo Sikoa, I do believe. And that's how the match ended. That's not the interesting part I want to talk about. It's what happened after the match. So Roman Reigns, he's obviously pissed off at the Usos. And Roman Reigns is telling Jay Uso, you know, get out of my ring, just get the hell out of my ring. And Jimmy Uso, he waits for Roman Reigns to turn around. He super kicks Roman Reigns, and Jay's telling Jimmy, what did you do? What did you do? What are you thinking? We're family. What are you thinking? And he said to Jay, you know what? I'm doing what you should have done a long time ago, and I got you. And he super kicks Roman Reigns again. So yeah, Jimmy Uso, he's turned his back on the bloodline. And I assume Jay Uso probably has too, but Jay Uso, right now, he's conflicted. I would say he's definitely conflicted, but we already know that Jimmy Uso, yeah, without a doubt, he's turned his back on the bloodline. So Roman Reigns only has Solo Sikoa, Paul Heyman, and still Jay Uso that he can rely on, because Sami Zayn back in January turned on the bloodline. Now Jimmy Uso has turned his back on the bloodline. So yeah, the end of the bloodline is really beginning right here. So it's just a matter of when Jay Uso is going to turn on Roman Reigns. And I think that's going to happen probably of one way. Roman Reigns, I feel like he's really going to have to seriously hurt Jimmy Uso for Jay Uso to end up saying, you know what, screw this, I've had enough, I'm turning my back also on the bloodline. And then that leaves, you know, when is Solo Sikoa maybe going to turn his back on Roman Reigns? Because Solo Sikoa, you know, his brothers are Jimmy and Jay Uso. So yeah, I feel like how they're setting it up for whenever Roman Reigns loses his titles, he's going to be all by himself. I feel like that's how, you know, I feel like that's the only way that that's going to work, is if he has no help except for Paul Heyman cowering in the corner, being a really good mouthpiece. That's going to be the only person in his corner, Paul Heyman, that is, when Roman Reigns loses his titles. And I hate to say it, but that might not happen until next year's WrestleMania. I mean, I'd be shocked if it was this year. It'll probably be next year. They're definitely going to drag it out. That's one thing WWE loves to do. They love to drag stuff out, and they like to make they don't like to make logical decisions. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on that. And expect my Dying Light 2 Part 12 coming up pretty soon. And, yep, that's all I got for you guys for today. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by and for your continued support. Or if you're new, welcome in for the first time. All of you are very awesome, and I thank you again. And don't forget to hit the bell and switch on all notifications so you know the second I upload to YouTube. I am Buck Beak, and I'm gonna go fly away back to my nest. Until next time, bye guys.